Good evening from InvestSharp.com. This is Randy Smotone with your Wednesday, December the 15th market update. We didn't have too bad a day in the market. It held up all right. There was a little bit of selling, but the volume wasn't really heavy or anything. And we've been kind of getting this mixed picture since they started selling some of the market leaders and taking some profits. But some of the leaders are still holding up. So the dollar, gold, silver, and copper were all down today. Oil was up. Light sweet crude futures were up 34 cents to settle at $88.62 a barrel. So looking at the dollar ETF UUP, see that we did break out here with a little volume here above the downtrend line. It does look like we have a little cup and handle here on the dollar, and probably headed back up till 23.50 or so. See if that plays out. Over to the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point Figure Chart. Again, oil hasn't moved much, but we do have a bullish price objective of oil of 105 a barrel, and we're still right here on the point figure chart. So not really any change there. Take a look at the Dow. So the Dow actually held up best today by being down only 0.17%, down a whole $19 to 11,457. So we're still right up here. Again, like I said, looks fine. S&P actually was the weakest today, being down about 0.5%, down 6 points to 1235. So, but we should. There's a little support here, probably, right? This we've touched here right around this 34, 35, or a little support there. Maybe we hold that. Maybe we go back, test this area here. We just have to wait and see. But it's again holding up all right. Nasdaq, same thing here. Just kind of a slow drift, a little bit lower today. And then Russell continues, like I said, seems like it has resistance up here around this uptrend line, and pulling back again today. So look at gold, GLD. So GLD's at the trend line. So we'll see if it gets a bounce here. I didn't really see heavy selling in it today, and so it's looking all right. And especially for longer term investments, I wouldn't be too worried about silver and gold, the miners, stuff like that, for longer term. Silver, same thing. It was touched here, touched around here somewhere in here. I know I got lines driven all over the place, and some of these are weeklies. I probably need to take those out, get rid of them. So again, it's holding up as well. Copper did have some selling today in copper. Did pull back here. Let's look at the moving average. I didn't pull back all that much. So it's still holding the 10-day up here. So wouldn't be real surprised to see it pull back maybe a little further down in here. I don't know if it will, but still holding up fine. And euro took a beating today. I think that was a lot of the weakness in our markets. So did have a little bit of heavy selling. Still hasn't taken out this prior low here. Still didn't even actually make it all the way up to this trend line this time. And let's look at the moving averages. See, back below these. See if the 200 held last time. We'll see if the 200 holds on the euro this time. The black line's the 200-day moving average. VIX volatility index still below the 18, but had a little bit, went up a little bit today, 1.87%. Let's go take a look at the McClellan oscillator. Right, so it did. We're down in the minuses now, so we're not really oversold here. We need to get a little lower down in here, minus the like here before, minus 50 or more. But we're headed that direction here a little bit. Over to the sectors. So 3 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green. The drug index had a larger percent gain, up 0.49%. The gold index, which is the miners, was the weakest, down 1.78%. See, semis were kind of weak today too, and the bank index as well. Over to ChartWatch. Look at some of the ones we've already looked at. Have a few newer ones on there, but didn't really get a whole lot on my scans. The scan I use anyway. So Ford's holding up here. It's holding the 30, and it's also nearing this kind of uptrend line. So, but it's got a little bounce today off this 30. So you can watch, possibly jump on Ford if it takes out the downtrend line. has a little volume behind it, but looking pretty good. Petrohawk Energy, it's holding its uptrend line here. Looks like it's in this rising wedge, and it's setting right here on the uptrend line. A little buying coming in. I think this got some airplay on CNBC today, some option activity. Let's see, WLK, Westlake Chemical. This thing is holding up really well, not moving hardly anywhere. Still kind of resting up here, but man, it's had so much buying. And CNH, also little tight little doji string right here, which, you know, it had a little pretty tight string here and then just moved up just barely, so still consolidating, but holding up really well. And AGM, looked at this one before. This was also looked real good, holding up well. It's built this nice base underneath it, still holding it. First target up here, next target somewhere around 20, so it's still looking pretty good. Darden Restaurants, another just nice rounded, looks like it's got maybe a little handle working here. Did get a bounce today off the, didn't even quite make it to the 50, but it got close enough yesterday, right? And then, which close to the 50 yesterday, and then it bounced a little bit higher, and it did take out the high of the low day, so, or it closed above it. So the high was 48.78. So I'm sure there was some buying coming in today, lots of volume, so it looks like people are jumping back on that one again. Coach, also holding up well. KLA Tincor clock, looks like bull flag, and had a little buying come in today on it as well. WRC, Warnaco Group, looks like it's about ready to break out. Of course, CNQ continues to hold up really well, along with CLF, also holding up well. Apple, it's still in this really tight consolidation. Looks like it's ready to just break higher just any day now. But so far, it's still resting. What else? Volterra. This thing, you know, had its big breakout here, had a bull flag on pretty light volume. Let's get back over to here. There we go. And had all this volume and it did break out actually, but then it pulled all the way back. So yeah, we'll see. They may go in and start buying again tomorrow. Did have definitely a trap there. Chesapeake moving higher. I'm talking about that one. I noticed this one broke out today, and then Kramer touted it and had the CEO on his show, so you can forget about buying this one unless you want to buy it closer to probably 19 to 1950, but whatever. So, but yeah, I did have a breakout today. I'm sure it leaked out. It's amazing it broke out the day before he talked to the CEO on the show. But it still might get a bid. You might be able to run it. Rider Systems still looking really strong. Lots of buying here after its breakout. Shutterfly. Shutterfly getting a nice bounce here off of the uptrend line as it nears also near the well, it's been held the 20 and 30, and it's still holding it here, so kind of interesting. And RDC, been talking about this one, still looks really good, just sitting there wanting to go higher. MGM also, you know, near the uptrend line, closed right up 30 today. Low volume right through here, so keep an eye on that one. Baxter, looking good. Looks like it wants to go higher. Some of these we've already looked at before. IBM, thought it was going to take off yesterday, and still a small little candle today, so it still could be working towards a breakout. Akamai still holding this uptrend line, looking interesting around this line. Deckers still consolidating. Had some volume come in today, and thought it was going to take out this high right here, but it didn't. But it's looking pretty good. COV looks like it's wanting to go higher. AutoNation looks like it wants to break higher. DVN still holds up, is holding up fine. It's been getting a bounce every time it was in this up channel, and it bounced up. Didn't make it as high of didn't make as high. It made a lower high. How about that? Made a lower high here than it did here, but it was close enough, so it's still hanging in there. And then OVTI, another one that's been bouncing it off this trend line, and we're there again. And there wasn't much selling going on today. So, but there definitely was big selling here, so you kind of have to be careful. All right. See, on deck for tomorrow, we will get the weekly jobless claims. We'll get the monthly U.S. housing starts both at 8:30. We'll get Philly Fed survey at 10, and we'll get the weekly nat gas report at 10:30. Of course, all in Eastern time. And we'll go take a quick look at the current market signals, but there's no change here. Still, obviously, all on a buy. We haven't moved much, and then here's the price objectives. All right, that is it for today, and thanks for watching.